What up, City? What up, Southeast? And what up, Nigeria? You are officially on to your number one entertainment show TV, and it is 042 Registration Live on ETV channel 50, Start Time channel 113, and then 50 channel 502. We are live on our Facebook page at ESBS Enugu. My name is Everest, but they call me the Major of Enugu. Yes, I've got quite a lot for you on the show today, and it's actually the money making Monday edition of the show. So we got a whole lot of great gist, an amazing gist about what is actually going on as long as the Nigerian entertainment scene is concerned. So a lot is actually happening. Burna Boy is making us proud, and then the beef, or rather the misunderstanding between the Big Bird, Big Wiz, Starboy, and OBO, they call him OBO for a reason, by the way. I would definitely let you guys know how far all of that is playing out at the moment. So guys, I told you earlier that I've got quite a lot for you on the show today, and so first off, I've got to let you know that Burna Boy is actually making us super proud. So Burna Boy has become the first African artist with the highest grossing venue in the United States. In a post by Touring Data on X, it was revealed that Burna Boy's 2024 concert at the TD Garden Arena in Boston grossed over $1.593 million, thereby surpassing the previous African record he set at Madison Square Garden in 2022. Well, in his history-making concert, Burna Boy sold out the 19,000 capacity TD Arena Garden in Boston as part of the stops for his I Told Them tour that has already grossed over $11,659,000 from 11 reported shows of the 22 stops. The African Giant, as he's fondly called, is the only Nigerian artist to have 2 diamond songs in France with On the Low and Last Last. His Grammy-nominated 4th album, African Giants, is also the first Nigerian album to receive a platinum plaque in France. Well, Burna Boy boasts of the most Grammy nominations for a Nigerian artist with 10. He also made history in February 2024 at the 66th Grammys when he became the first African artist to perform at the main ceremony. I mean, good looking out to the man, the Odogu himself, Burna Boy. And so that brings me to the to the beef between Wizkid and Davido. I've been talking about who's the one. I think Burna Boy should be called the real and the original one. I mean, bearing in mind all that is achieved in the past few years, carrying, or rather, I could literally say that Burna Boy on his own has just carried Afrobeat to everywhere, to every part of the world, globally. I mean, it's no longer the Nigerian thing, it's no longer the African thing. Burna Boy is huge, it's big, and it's very rare to see Burna Boy, I mean, have that kind of argument or get into disagreement with anybody or into misunderstanding, rather, with a fellow artist talking about his achievements or the impression that he's been able to make in the industry. So I still don't understand why the man himself, Big Wiz, OBU, are dragging themselves over what shouldn't even really be. I mean, I love them. Both of them are, they are part of my favorite artists, by the way, as long as Nigeria is concerned. I mean, Davido is doing well for himself, and his last album, Timeless album in 2023, was a huge project. And the man himself too, Wizkid dropped the Sandman, the continuation. It was actually earlier this year. So I still don't understand why they are still having that particular issue. But now let's get back to the Burna Boy story. So yeah, the data is actually maybe you definitely see the data on the screen right now. But the thing is, Burna Boy has actually come a long way. He's done a lot as long as Afrobeat is concerned. He is one of the few artists in Nigeria that is recognized all over the world. And then when we talk about helping others, Davido usually say this about we rise by lifting others. I haven't really seen Burna Boy do much of that. Yes, I think that's the only place I'm a little bit uncomfortable with all that is achieved in the past few years, because Davido has got the likes of Mayoku. I don't know, I think the Mayoku is no longer in that label, that's DMW label before now. So he had Mayoku on that label, he had Draymond on that label too, he had Peruzzi, he had a whole lot of other great artists on that label, and right now they are all flourishing, they are all doing well. Well, Burna Boy himself had only Benson, alright, who was only known as Buju for some time. I don't know what really happened. It seems like Buju or Benson didn't want to continue with the spaceship or the spacecraft label, and then he left. Alright, but and then still the same thing applies to Wizkid. Wizkid at the point in time had LAX. Okay, Starboy imprint. And at the point in time to LAX he left, and then we saw Terry. Terry came on board. There's another person, I can't remember his name right now, but he's got a couple of other great young artists on that particular label at a point in time. But right now, we don't even know where Terry is at the moment. We don't know where the rest of the other guys that used to be part of the Starboy crew, where they are at the moment. I think Davido has been the only one who's been consistent with grooming other talents. I mean, considering the fact that he's got a whole lot on him and he's a big superstar, so he loves to help other young talents, grow. But big shout out to the man Burna Boy for always repping Nigeria, for always, keeping he's always been there to give Afrobeat that sort of a spotlight from every other part of the world, as long as entertainment and music is concerned. So guys, somebody posted something, or rather an ex-user posted something that is quite controversial. A lot of persons have actually been talking about this. So apparently an ex-user, he has revealed why her last attempt at a relationship failed, and she explained that they were still in the talking stage, or rather at the talking stage, when the man told her his expectations that if they get married. She wrote, let me give you people some gist. So this is what she wrote actually. So at the talking stage, he said, if we eventually get married, I will give him 60% of my income to plan with it. I asked him what should happen to his own 60%, and he said, I'm not supposed to question a man's decision. That is crazy, by the way. I mean, a lady narrated what she experienced. I mean, on her first, or right on the first stage of her relationship. The man telling her, okay, whenever you get paid, if you eventually settle down together, probably like coming together as husband and wife, and then whatever thing you earn, that'll be your salary, like the 60% of that, the whole amount of money is meant to be with him. That he's got a plan, or probably make some plans, or whatever it is with a whole 60%. And the lady was like, okay, if I give you my 60%, what exactly are you going to be doing, or what happens, what will eventually happen to your own 60%? And he was like, come on, you don't ask a man that sort of question. And a lot of ladies have been like, I mean, you did well by leaving the man. Thank God for I thank God for you that you didn't even go further with that kind of relationship. How can a man be expecting you to be bringing in 60% of your salary, and then he's telling you that you're not meant to, or you don't have the right to question how he's meant to spend the money? But it's all good. I mean, so different people, they've got different opinion and different perception about what relationship should be all about. But what do you even think? What do you think about all of that? Do you think it's ideal for a man to actually, let a woman know, or tell a woman that he's going to be getting 60% of her salary? I mean, once they are married or something. What do you think? What do you make of it? And do you also think it is the first question to be asked? Do you think it's ideal, it's appropriate for a man to actually say that, I mean, during the talking stage or on the first date? Because I felt the man was like trying to let the woman know, okay, I'm out, and if you're going to take this relationship further, you should understand this is how I want it to be, or something. So I believe he spoke his mind, all right? He wasn't pretending. He just had to like go straight to the point, and he spoke his mind. So do you think that was the right way to actually discuss about that? And do you think it's ideal for a man to make such assertion that a woman should be able to drop 60% of her salary with a man? I mean, for some reason that is best known to the man in question, by the way. So feel free to let us know on our Facebook page, ESBS Enugu, and on our 042 Express Nigeria's Facebook page. It is 042 Express Nigeria. Like our page, follow us, and then feel free to comment. Let us have your thoughts. So guys, we're still talking about the field of going on between Davido and Wizkid. So a lot of persons have actually been talking about it as well. And no matter how you love these guys, I think it's not really a cool thing to do. I mean, a great stuff to do for you to support the other person than leave the other person. Just be at the middle, be in between. All right, don't just don't just get into something that you don't really know about, because at the end of the day, Wizkid is a superstar. He's a great artist, and also Davido is a great artist, and both of them, they've been able to promote Afrobeat to a larger extent. So we appreciate all that they've been able to do in the past few years. So whenever they do this thing that they are still doing, I think as the fans, we should just stay one side. Like, let's just mind our business and watch them do their thing rather than allowing their emotions play into all of their arguments or whatever thing it is. But it can be denied. I mean, it's quite understandable that both of them, they all had their moments. I think Wizkid at a point in time was seen as the biggest artist in Nigeria and in Africa at a point in time. So they've all had their moments. Wizkid, yes, had that for, let's say, like for 2 years consecutively. Yes, 2 years. And then Runtown at a point too. Runtown was the biggest artist in Africa, in Nigeria at a point in time, sometime in the past. It happened. And then same thing applied to the man Techno. Techno too at a point in time, was the biggest artist in Nigeria and Africa at some time in the past too. And everywhere he was selling out shows, he was getting features, every here and there you keep hearing the brother Techno doing his thing. So Davido came on board too, did his thing. Even Patrol Ranking, I'm just saying, so it's not as if these people haven't really made their marks. But you try to like compare yourself and the other person, who is more better or who is this or who is that. I think that's not even necessary. What should be the basis has to be, it has to do with the other artists, the other talent that you've been able to promote as an established artist, the other artists that you've been able to bring into the limelight as well. And that's why I keep appreciating the man OBU for, giving us the likes of Dremo, Mayoku, and he's got, the lady Moravi is also on that record level right now. So a whole lot of them were used to be part of DMW before they all left, and then Peruzzi too used to be part of DMW. I don't know, I guess it's still with Davido, but when we talk about Mayok, I know Mayok is no longer part of that particular label. And like I said, we don't know where what's his name again, Terry and some other guys, they used to be part of the Starboys where they are at the moment. And same thing applies to Burna Boy. It was just Benson. I can't call any other artist. It was Benson that Burna Boy tried to, he had a shot with Benson at a point in time, and then it couldn't work out. So Benson left that label, and right now he's doing well for himself. He's got a collaborative joint, that is a joint EP with Ruga. Ever since Ruga left Johnson Imprint, he's been doing so well. And I mean, for some other reasons, it has to be that collaboration with Benson that is actually making Ruga to pop up so hard at the moment. But it's all good. Guys, we've come to the end of the show for today, and a big shout out to all of you for being part of it. Thank you so much for doing this with us. My name is Everest, but they call me the Major of Enugu. And feel free to all at us on our social media handles. We're on every social media platforms. Okay, ESBS Enugu, and that's our Facebook page, and as well, all for to Express Niger. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, everywhere. Okay, so check us out, link up with us, and then you definitely get premium entertainment only on 042 Vibes. Stick around, guys, and then stay safe, stay away from drugs, don't drink and drive, and please always protect your mental health. I'm out. Peace. 42 Express.